you so much for that dance recital, Mr. Duck. That was, your camera caught it, actually.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I wanted the people to see it. That's why I did it.
Well, you did it. Don't worry. Everyone's rocking here at the Microsoft Store down at the Yorkdale Mall. Guys, if you're in Toronto and you're not here, then what are you doing on your Saturday? Because it is not worth whatever you are doing. So just get down here to the Yorkdale Mall. We've been giving out some prizes. We actually just gave out our Gold and Under award for beating something more than gold.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Basically, whichever person that was golden under got furthest in the tournament.
Yep.
Got a Microsoft Store gift card.
Yep.
And if you got out of your pools into the bracket, then you would have gotten another gift card, but
unfortunate that did not happen.
Yeah, no one.
But still, I mean, like $50 coming out for playing some StarCraft, meeting some of the more StarCrafty fans here in Toronto, and now you have a place to go next time we run this tournament. So it's like win, win, win. Everybody wins here at the Microsoft Store. Hit them up, Microsoft Store, and Toshiba Canada. They're actually also supplying us with PPCs here and there as well. Everything done by ES Champ. And guys, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, all the production and everything else, not necessarily me, but maybe Master Doug. I mean, you need to subscribe for Master Doug. Like, we are so ready to pump out all these subscription options here. If you hit that button, maybe you're going to see this guy's wonderful face as emoticon. Maybe. And I don't know. Enough subscribers could make it happen.
Yeah. And, we're planning on also getting some Drekken emotes as well.
Drekken emotes. I think a Jester hat somewhere on there for the full-core Jester. Yep. Yeah. It's a good time.
I have a couple ideas for emotes. And you know what? If you want to know what they are, you should subscribe. And then, and then when they're out, you'll get to know.
Yep. You'll be one of the elite few that can actually spam out a Jester hat in some of these other streams. Either way, we got Believe versus Amnesia, but I do believe that Believe is no longer Believe.
Yes,
do you believe that?
I do believe he is no longer Believe.
He is NayA, I think,
yes,
right?
NayA.
N-Y-A?
N-A-Y-A.
N-A-Y-A. Nah, okay. N-A-Y-A. I don't know where he went. He was in this game. Looks like actually he's testing
he went to go test mouse settings.
Yeah, he's right there. All right, so apparently we're not going to have a game just quite yet. He's going to get his mouse rocking, but this is our last quarterfinal map. As you saw a little bit earlier with the bracket, Samuel did advance as well. So that means our first semis, which will be after this best of 3, will be Massa up against Samuel, which might have been last week's semis. Or the last time we did this. Yeah, last TorCraft semifinals was, in fact, Massa versus Samuel. And, if NayA wins this, it will be the exact same semifinal positioning as last TorCraft with versus Hengelis. So the Grandmasters make it to semifinals every time. Well, let's 6 of these guys, or was it 5 of these guys, are currently Grandmasters. Yep. Massa being Masters, not GM. Right? Rub it in his face. Yeah. And then, they're the cream of the crop. They're going to make it to the top. You're the tour of the Yonto? Yep. Doesn't quite work. I tried, though. He is now back into the game, so we're going to give them the okay. Game number 1 going to be coming your way here, ladies and gentlemen, with the PVZ. I believe it's Frost Yonso Habitation Station? I think that's right for our first best of 3. Frost Yonsu Habitation Station. 3 for 3. Frost Yonso and Habitation. So we'll actually have to see if we finally get our first 3rd game in these best of 3s. Everything so far has been 2-0 splits. Yeah. And as you said, like a lot of the semifinals looking very identical to TorCraft number 1. But game is now going to be underway. I love that Carbot Zealot there for NayA. It's just, it's amazing looking. And we're going to be loading in here. We're going to be getting in to Frost. Oh, yes, as a quick side note, GZ Swanson just got tired of us, so it's going to be Endersword doing our observing here tonight. So big shout out to Endersword. Unfortunately, did lose out 2-0 to Massa, but that's all right. He's just going to make sure to miss all the important things for Massa's fight when we get to it. Yep. And we're going to be spawning on top of our blue Zerg from Team Ascension StarCraft. It is Amnesia. I like the subtle hints, Dave. I love it. Off to the right, our Protoss tonight is going to be from CORE.NayA, not Believe. Yep. Although we could put NayA and then in brackets Believe, but NayA is Believe, so you better believe it. Yep. Yeah. All right, so Frost PVZ. This map is notorious for just anything goes, to be honest. Like, I've seen macro plays, I've seen 6 pools. You can see 3-hour long games, you can see 2-minute long games. 3-hour-long games.
Storm host.
I think I think the longest game I've ever seen was the oldie but goodie, the MLG Terran Skylord match, which was like 75-minute plus game.
The longest match I've seen since I didn't watch Mana versus Firecake was, well, I did not watch it. Like, people were like, "Oh, Dulk, you should come watch this." I'm like, why?
But it's a school night.
No, it's a school day. I'm at school right now. I can't watch this.
See, I'm old. I'm allowed.
But yeah, the longest game I've seen would be Gumio versus Luzira in GSL, back in Wings of Liberty. It was on Akalon Waste. It was a good, or Akalon Flats, because Wings of Liberty. It was a good game.
Flats turns to waste, unfortunately.
Yep.
I also just noticed that Amnesia's here from Team Ascension as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 representatives.
2 reps, yeah.
Yeah.
Only one of them might actually move on, because the other one definitely didn't. But we'll have to see what Believe can actually throw this way. We do got the expansion coming out here from Amnesia. It does look like Spawning Pool and Gas. Nothing really out of the ordinary there. On the flip side, looks like just going to be a Cybernetics core off to the side. So no proxies, no real scouting, I don't think, either. We see the Overlord just kind of went in the wrong way. Nobody told him the right direction, but the second one should be making his way fairly soon over here to NayA's base.
Yeah, and as you saw earlier, courtesy of Endersword Believe with his 500 APM, because he's
500.
Yeah, but you see, NayA does this thing where he like hotkeys everything, so he has all of his hotkey buttons usable, and then what you can do is you can just kind of mash all of them, and it'll raise your APM.
Wow!
But it won't actually be doing anything. But that number gets bigger.
It would be very interesting to actually see a useful actions per minute ratio rather than just the spam amount.
That would be that. It's called EPM, efficient actions per minute.
Oh, 60. See, that sounds a lot better than like 500.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell are you doing with 500 APM?
See, if you look at the regular APM tab, it's in NayA's favor. But if you look at the EPM tab, it's in Amnesia's favor.
Ooh. Fancy. All right, efficient actions per minute. Thank you so much, Delk. Schooling an old man like me.
Well, I school myself when I go to school, so.
Do you homeschool?
What?
Homeschool?
No.
No? Okay.
You don't go to school anymore, so someone else has to do it for you.
I did my time. I did my time in the joint. NayA with the expansion as well, just throwing up that wall. Third base going down here from Amnesia. Just both players just kind of very much on the defensive, just doing their own macro things. And in terms of production, a few upgrades coming. No Zerglings quite yet, but Zealot and some probes and more production. So what do you think you're going to see then, now that you have a little bit more insight into their opening?
Well, we have a Stargate coming down from NayA, and let's see, this Stargate is actually right at the natural. So it
Part of the wall.
Yeah, could be Phoenix. Could also still be an Oracle, because, you know, Amnesia opting to take that horizontally closer to Believe third.
I think it's just for the creep highway.
Yeah.
Just to get his units a
That's
bit
true.
quicker out to the battlefield there.
But yeah, it looks like
bases.
It's going to be Phoenix. You know, going to be able to take care of the Overlords out on the map. Going to be able to just also get scouting information, because Phoenix are just so fast.
What's the sweet spot with Phoenix? 4 or 5?
I'd say 5. Okay. Because with 5, it's either 1.5 or like 2 shot on an Overlord, which just makes it so much easier.
You're also able to do a few drive-bys, just lifting up probes and getting their exercise. Just treat probes like dumbbells. Yeah, you get ripped by the time the game's over.
But of course, you could always go for more than 5 Phoenix. And,
no, definitely could.
You know,
but typically it's like 4 to 5 is usually where I see people stop making them.
Yeah.
Just like after that, you're just kind of wasting army supply at this point. So you do see at least 3 now going to be out there on the board. And in terms of everything else, 22 Zerglings now going to be coming the way of Amnesia. So he's actually going to be gearing up. But he doesn't have Banelings, though.
But
does he have a Baneling nest?
No, he's not. He doesn't have a Baneling nest, but
he's just going to go for it?
Yeah, NayA only has Phoenix. Phoenix can pick up ground units.
It's very inefficient, though.
But yeah, it'll take him a minute or 2 to get rid of 30 Zerglings with just Phoenix. And Proxy Pylon going to get scouted immediately. Oh, but the wall is open! Zergling's going to be getting in here. The probes are under fire already. Half the Zerglings going straight up into the main already. And the probes are going to get pulled. They're going to try to do their best. But right now, there's a Mothership Core only. A couple Zealots are here to try and help. But more and more Zerglings are coming into this base. And NayA, he's in a terrible position right now.
So a few force fields, you'll also see the Mothership Forge is trying to wreak some havoc, but oh, that was a little costly. Coming the way at night, 15, 19 workers now going up 20. And the pain isn't quite over yet because he's still in the main base as well. He took out all of them. He's going to try and go
might go down. If the Nexus goes down, that's going to be terrible for NayA as he's going to be losing a lot of his income. It's very close to going down. Less than 200 health. 100 still. Well, with 110 health.
The door is still open.
The door is still open. If those Zerglings make it. Oh, nope, now it's closed.
All right, finally, a Zealot shut the door.
There's 4 Zerglings. Can they go to the main if they want that?
No, 4 Zerglings? No. We have the units there on the ramp. We got the big and beefy.
They killed off
got the big and beefy
side of the wall.
I mean, you can't get through that. But yeah, when you have someone on the inside opening that door for you, I mean, this wall is just not working. Oh, they are going to slip through.
Will they be able to do it?
Has a little bit of shield. Little bit of shield.
Photon Overcharge still there. And you know, with 200 health, he can't kill that Nexus. That Nexus is going to live for NayA. If that Nexus went down, that would have been just so terrible.
A little bit of an ovation going here from the crowd. Those Zerglings are still pummeling that front door. And it does not look like the Zerglings actually going to really stop at this point. And as I say that, it looks like they have finally stopped. Resources lost is actually even.
Yeah, 50 resource difference.
But what's the worker count?
Worker count is 40 to 32 in favor of Amnesia, though.
45, he just popped a bunch. Oh. But, yeah, he's going to take a little bit of a lead here with that. And just a little misplay like that and believe all of a sudden he's going to be down. He's really, really gunning for this.
Phoenix going to be killing off some Overlords over at Amnesia's base. And Amnesia's total supply possibility is starting to go down. Flipping Quicker Spire just finally going down. Maybe try to target down the Stargate, but... You know, there are still a couple Phoenix out on the map. Like, killing that Stargate's not really going to be able to do too much. He needs to get that Spire and actually get rid of the Phoenix because he just got supply blocked pretty bad there. Well,
he did take out the Stargates, and that will be an end to at least the Phoenix numbers for now. It does look like 4 is where we did stop out here, but now it's going to be the supply block situation, and not going to stop anytime soon. As we've always noticed, Zergs don't really have that many things that can actually shoot up. Just has a few Queens out there, but 4 Phoenix, I feel, could actually clean up a Queen.
Yeah. Just need to do 2 Graviton beams, but it looks like he's going to be doing just that. He's going to be killing off the 3rd base Queen. Probably going to have to pick it up again just to finish it off. But, you know, more Zerglings going to be trying to come over here for Amnesia, but it's not going to work. That wall is full now, Amnesia. I think you forgot that.
The door is closed. It is actually literally nailed shut.
Yeah.
So he's not making that mistake again. But still, Amnesia, that aggression really did not give him a super huge advantage. I mean, he did lose out a lot of minerals worth of Zerglings, and he wasn't able to get off the snipe. Had he gotten off the snipe on the Nexus, probably would have been feeling a little bit better out of that simply because he sniped out a Nexus. Like, that's just such a huge blow to NayA, but it lived. NayA holds. He's actually now almost even in supply here with Amnesia. You know, if you're going to be even in supply with a Zerg and you're a TAsc, I'm going to take a TAsc on my money any day.
You know, 23 workers killed, but NayA still looking to be in this game. Only 10 workers down, but dealt so much damage with those 4 Phoenix, killing off a ridiculous amount of Overlords, killing off Queen, killing off drones as well.
Is he going to go for the snipe?
Going to be coming into this main base. The probe's going to have to float away because they don't really have legs, but this Nexus is going to be under fire now.
I always imagined like Johnny 5. Yeah, that kind of personality. Maybe not on treads, but yeah. Ooh. Nexus is finally going to drop.
It's going to go down.
There we go.
Amnesia finally going to clear that out, and the Phoenix going to be showing up, but, you know, he got rid of that Nexus.
That was like
all of his Mulists.
Yeah, that was like, what, 8 or 9 Mutalisks right there?
8 Mutalisks.
8 Mutalisks for a Nexus. I still think the Zerg doesn't come out ahead in that one.
Yeah. And now Colossus on the way. Ling Muta is just not going to work versus NayA. He has the right composition to deal with it. He has a couple of Immortals as well, just in case of any roaches. And, you know, that Nexus is going to get remade. NayA still has that other base going for him. And he still had quite a sizable army before that attack happened. So NayA's actually looking okay, but the Zergling's going to be coming in. Going to get a pretty good surround. Force Field's going to go down and will actually be able to funnel a lot of the Zerglings out. And right now, Amnesia's attacking in and going to be losing way too much for what he gained from that fight.
Didn't really gain too much. I was going to say, where's the Phoenix at this point? Because there's not much in that army that can actually shoot up. But then you got to realize he does have the Phoenix out on the board. And finally, they do come up and clean up these mutas. I'm still not sure Amnesia's winning out these trades. Like, he's making the aggression. He keeps attacking. 8,000 minerals lost?
To 3,400. It is a ridiculous difference in favor of NayA heavily. Right now, NayA, he just keeps going in with those pokes, with these Phoenix, and getting free Overlord kills like this. This is not what you want to do.
This is the disadvantage of being Zerg. If you don't have anything to protect your Overlords, and you have to keep training Overlords for food, not only are you now wasting out on the larva, just in order to get food,
oh
goodness.
Gonna be able to kill so many probes.
Maybe.
So long as he puts in that input.
Maybe. I don't know. You've warped in a few Zealots there. No probe micro actually going to be happening. Now they're just going to take it like probes should. But again, this is the second or third time now that Believe has actually had that front door open. He doesn't really care too much this time. Not really that much damage is actually done. He does have the Colossi now.
Yeah. War Prism going to be on the way as well to aid the forward attack. It looks like these 6 Phoenix going to be able to clear off even more Mulus.
It's just free money.
Amnesia.
Amnesia's put money on the table, and then NayA comes and snipes
I
it.
think he put his name like that to remind him he has it, because he's been forgetting those Phoenix exist still. Like
Amnesia,
a lot.
man. Amnesia.
Yeah.
It's forgetful. He forgot how to win, unfortunately. At this point, NayA, again, higher up in the supply count. He's really been keeping Amnesia's army down. And, you know, 3rd base, 4th base down here from Amnesia, but I don't think he has the army to stop this.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Taking a look, it's 86 army supply to 55 and lowering for Amnesia.
Even at even army supply, I still put my money on the Protoss. And
like,
100%.
Right now, these Phoenix are just killing all those Overlords. Reinforcements aren't going to be able to come out. The Corruptors come out, and then they just die instantly to those Phoenix. There's 2 Colossi still out. The Zerglings aren't going to be able to do anything. Mulus haven't been able to do anything either because of the Phoenix and the Stalker Spear in this army. And NayA, he's just pushing forward. Those waves of supply block there doesn't even matter because Amnesia's supply block is way harder than NayA is right now, and Believe is pushing in. Only Phoenix to really deal with those Mulus and Corruptors, but still that ground army is so large, and the buffer is just there that even if the Colossus go down, NayA's still going to have an easy way through.
Well, Amnesia was able to chase off those Phoenixes, and it's it. There's not really that many things that can actually shoot up other than those Phoenix. So the Mutas actually got a lot of damage onto that army, still going out. So the Colossi down, the Zealots are going to be soon to follow, and those Immortals are just non-existent as well. The Corruptors and Mutas might be the saving grace here from Amnesia, but just the army amounts have been absolutely decimated. And you can see those Mutas just cleaning up the rest. Yeah. Amnesia will hold, believe it or not. The entire army there from Believe going down because he doesn't have, or he didn't have an answer to just the mass amounts of Mutas, even after picking off so many. Now you can see that he's adjusting his comp. Now we have a lot more Stalkers, and the Phoenix production has not stopped as well.
Yeah. Right now it looks like Amnesia going to be able to take it back, but he did lose a whole base. Still, you know, what's been able to keep him alive here is that he does have that other base north of his natural still, and
yeah, the 4th.
It's allowed him to have a lot of larvae left over, still have that mineral income coming along, as, you know, he does have banked around 1,000 minerals right now. So he's just been throwing out Zerglings whenever he can, because why not? Right now, it's just Stalkers and Phoenix and that Mothership Core and that one lone Zealot. He's like, I got lost in the warp field, take me along with you. Still, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, looking at the production tab, there's a lot more going on here from NayA. He's strengthening up with upgrades, more Phoenix, more Stalkers, more Zealots. And the flip side is just, you know, this Mutaling composition. We got some Corruptors in there now as well, but we've replenished the ranks of the Phoenix. As long as this army sticks together, I mean, it's either going to be air dominance for one or ground dominance for the other. Like those Zerglings, like, they can easily make this around, but past that, I mean, it's still just Mutaling.
Yeah, and NayA, he's been down in upgrades for a very, very long time. He's just getting plus ground weapons now. Oh, those Zealots just they're going to feel the full force of the Swarm there, but not Believe only with like at 0-0 actually, still getting +1 right now. Whereas Amnesia has been on 2-1 on his Zerglings for a good amount of time here in this game. And, you know, it showed NayA. He looks to be able to win that fight, but it's just the upgrades are just heavily in Amnesia's favor. Right now, these Stalkers are getting decimated by all of these Zerglings, and Amnesia is looking to try and pull it back in his favor now.
I think that Amnesia actually is going to turn this around and take game 1. It's looking those Corruptors, like, there's no answer. Those Corruptors are just ruling the skies. And because they're ruling the skies, those Mutalisks are getting in huge amounts of damage on these armies.
And, like, again, Amnesia's still on 3 bases to NayA's 1.5, maybe just a base, because, like...
I would just say 1 base at this point.
Yeah, 1 base, really, because NayA, he's only been...
That Colossi would not live. Those Corruptors will just take it down, no problem.
And now here comes Amnesia's force into the natural of our Protoss player here. That one Colossi is alive, actually not getting targeted. But you know what? The Corruptors just want to take care of those Phoenix. We're like, we've had enough of you, and that Colossi immediately goes down as soon as the Phoenix are gotten rid of. And GG!
Wow.
Amnesia gonna pull it back, taking game number 1 of that best of 3.
I don't know what to say. Even supply. My money's always on the Protoss. And I believe in Believe, or NayA, as he wants to be called now. And I am just shocked. I am shocked that he lost the air battle so hard that the rest of the ground army just gets immediately cleaned up. Lose the air battle, those Mutas go untouched, the Corruptors just do work. And it doesn't matter how many Zerglings you have on the ground because they're just fodder to keep you in place for the Mutas, for the Corruptors. Like Colossi, double trouble because they get hit by both the air and the ground. The Immortals really didn't even find any kind of targets to hit, so he just immediately stopped producing them after the 2. And I don't know, man. Amnesia clearly not forgetting how to win.
I think Amnesia, if the upgrades were a lot closer in that last game, NayA would have definitely had a much better chance, but Amnesia already on 2-1, NayA just getting +1 at the very end of that game.
Just teasing me about the side. I don't know. I thought the Protoss was going to have that. I really did.
Yeah. But upgrades just goes to show that you really do need those upgrades, and Endosword performing some wonderful juggling over here.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing with here.
Yeah.
My balls.
Yep.
I can make that joke. I'm old.
Yeah.
Yansu going to be game number 2 here. NayA and Amnesia are ready to go. PVZ. So